Hello and welcome to this touch design tutorial. So today we're going to learn how to move objects, geometries in 3D space using kinect in touch designer. So when the ball is outside the zone it's red, and when it's close or when it's in the zone is white, and when it's in the center it's blue. And you can leave the ball wherever you want under the way. So let's say I want to go in the bottom left side, back side. I can kind of do that. Yeah, so, and the trigger is working with the hand tip coordinates in the y-axis. So if the tip of my finger is lower than this, I get a trigger. So yeah, this is how it works. Yeah, and we're gonna build this from scratch. So go to the link I set you in the description and download the Kinect Render Pick Basic from Maurizio's Patreon. Okay, so when you open the project you will arrive here. You can close the palette and press P to open your parameters. In the layout we will change the resolution to the maximum resolution you can have. And the perform, we will set up the perform mode, so turn off the borders and change the opening size to fill. So when I press F1 we have the full screen here. In the Kinect parameters, turn off the interactions, double click to enter the next one here, and we will delete this limit. The circle here we will add a star instead of all of these parameters. So that's what I'm gonna do for the render pick as well. And the camera here, change it to 2 translation, and in the FOV turn it up to 90. We will add a null comp here and constrain it to the camera. We're gonna need this later. We can for now turn on the viewer for this one and add the transform to make the background black. Okay, so now we will squish this to the left a little bit, and yeah, we have the coordinates here, we have the render pick here. So here we're gonna add a select, and we're gonna select the hand RTX, copy and paste and select the TY, and copy and paste and change the hand to hand tip and Y. Alright, so now create a map and change the multiply to 2.5. Connect both of these here, add a filter, turn it down to 0.2 and connect it here. Add a math after this one as well. This is going to be our trigger, and add the TY, hand TY to the hand tip TY, and combine chop subtract, add another math and add a trigger. The trigger, we are gonna remove the attack completely and remove the decay and release and increase the sustain to 1. From all of these we're gonna join them inside a select here, like this, and this we will duplicate it, so Ctrl C, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and we can change the colors. So this one is going to be right, this one is going to be left, and add a switch and connect the right hand inside here and add it here, and you can delete the lag now. So let's place this down here again. Okay, from the right hand select here, the TY, we're gonna add logic and change it to outside bounds and change it to minus 0.3, and we will add this value to the switch. So now when my right hand appears from under the table here, we will get a 1 value. Alright, so we are gonna add we are gonna do some post add here. So this one is gonna be 0 actually. This one is gonna be 0.5. This one is gonna be 0.5, and this one is gonna be 1. This one is gonna be 0.15. Just copy this and this one as well. Okay, so now we can select the ball by holding this down, but actually we need to change the operation to negate for both of these, just like that. So, oh, I lost my ball. So if you lose your ball, just go to the coordinates here and change it to 0.5, and it should place your ball back in the center. We also need to change the R here to L, of course. Otherwise, we're not changing the right positions to the left. So now we have the left hand. Alright, it's working pretty fine for me so far, for both ends. Okay, great. So we can add now a box up and use divisions and crank this to 4 and add the geometry. Okay, and we're gonna add a line mat just to make this a little more interesting. So we're gonna turn it to 1.8, 3.2, 0.8, and 0.5, just as an example. Okay, so here these 3 values we can move them to the right, and we're gonna add a select, and we're gonna select X, Y, and Z, and this is when we are gonna add Z coordinate here. Because we only have TX and TY for now, we're gonna do the Z now. In the render pick, open this panel, and in the code here, copy this line and paste it. Okay, we're gonna first change this to 2. So here we can add the operator. We can add position Z and select the first value. So brackets and 0. And let's see what we're going to change the line with. We need to actually create the Z parameter first. So add a select. And we're going to select the hand RTZ and the hand LTZ. So just put the left hand over the red. And we're going to use a switch. And so when we're going to use this value here, yep. So we'll add a math. Let's add a filter first. And in the math, we're going to change the multiply to times 10 and minus 10. So let's add a null here. So you can press Alt N, and change the name to position Z. Oh yeah, we need to change this select here the TZ. Yeah, so now we can change the transform here. We can add the filter 5 here in the scale. So now when I move back, my cursor is like in 3D now, kind of. Okay, but the ball is still not moving, and that's because we need to go in the geo and set it to Z. Okay. So the cursor is following, everything is working pretty fine. I can move the object, I can release it in different places. Alright, that's good. So now the one last thing, we want the object to rotate and we want the zone, the colors to change. So for that, from the X here we're gonna add a map and change the range from -15 to 15, and another one, and that other one we're gonna turn to negate, and but the other one has to be Y. Yeah. So now we can add a null just to make it a bit clean and call it RX, and null here, call it RY, and add this to the null file we created. So add the RY to RX and the RX to RY, and addition, add 15 to both. So now it moves like this according to my position, which is fine. So from the select I'm going to add a logic and choose when outside bounds, when outside -1 and 1. Duplicate this two times and add the logic here and add a math to gather these values up and multiply them. So let's duplicate this, and instead of -1 we're gonna put 0.5 and 0.5 here. In the line here, in the color, we can add this math here, and we can add this math here. But in the math here, we have to change it to negate and add 1. So this is the quickest way to create an interactive moving object with different layers. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Feel free to share any thoughts and ways I could have done this better. So yeah, see, I can place the ball wherever I want. I can place it here in the top left if I want. Let's try to do that. Boom. Or in the right here. Voila. So I think this is a pretty useful tool if you want to, for example, move a particle system, or if you want to simply grab something in VR. Like, there's so many possible projects I could think of using this. So I wanted to share it with you. I just created this myself. I'm gonna use it myself a lot. And of course, I will link a new tutorial with MediaPipe in the description when I make it. So you can use MediaPipe with this as well. Alright, have a great day and see you in the next tutorial. Bye.